All right, people. I got a spray panel here, and this is gonna be this is a little video I'm doing for how I do flames, like true fire, and these are the stencils that I'm gonna be using. They're freehand airbrush templates from our tool company. They're my favorite. So I'll be using this big one, this one right here, like a mid-sized one, because I think I've seen smaller ones than this, and then this one. This is definitely, this is more for a ruler, but it works for this, for what I'm doing. It's not meant for, it was not designed like this one's for like true fire, but I scooped it up at the art store. So yeah, here we go. And right now I have in my airbrush ready. I have a bit of a SoCal blue mixed in with a bit of white to create kind of like a blue tint, almost like a baby blue. That's what I have so far here. It's freehand. First I start with freehand, just to kind of get me going. So here we go. Share. This works. All right. So I ran out of paint. A little bit of reducer. Get a little bit more. And the thing with this flames that since they're an example that I'm doing before I spray them on the car, I'm just kind of like keeping track of like my color, what I'm mixing, how much I'm mixing of each color. I don't have like a mixing cup or anything, but I just eyeball it. That's just the way it's done. But flames, there's really no right way or wrong way of doing them. You just do them whatever suits your, I would say, your happiness. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're happy with. There's really not a bad flame or anything like that. You just do it as however you want them to be. The color's still a little bit too bright. I don't want it to be too bright just yet. I want to be able to have more of that blue hue to it. There we go. And then now that I got my flame, the formation, I go and start dropping in my, I have all these stencils out to wherever I want to, maybe throw that angle there, just kind of play around gently with it. That's the way I do it. Kind of figuring out where you're going to have the flame. And then like the way I do them is I don't try to get the flame or my design 100% like on my first layer. I kind of want to stage the flame as I go, and to kind of balance it out. So that's why I kind of start off with very soft colors, and before I start getting carried away with a lot of color, or you know. And as well, it all depends what type of flames you want. If you want ghost flames, you definitely go very light on all the detail and where you can barely see them. That's kind of what creates a ghost flame effect. But right here, we're just going for some true fire effect. My way, it's the way I do them. So far, I hope that there's another technique that I can learn down the road. Maybe there's a better technique, but for now, this is all this is all I know how to do my flame, my style. It's literally it's gonna be like 10 p.m. But I couldn't. There was no way I was gonna be able to go to bed without having to figure this out first. I love flame. I think I'm pretty sure I said this before, but flames are like my number one reason why I got into airbrushing. I just love flames, and there's like a lot of great artists out there that do some awesome work. I love flames. I think I done when I started airbrushing, I did a lot of flames that I could remember, and a lot of skulls. I airbrushed a lot of skulls, and automatically I just want to go and drop in some skulls in here, like, you know, if you see the shapes of, and I see skulls everywhere, and but it's just a habit, you know. It's just just the way that my mind thinks, you know. As I'm doing it, I was like, oh, there's a skull there. Oh, definitely flies do not help at all. If you got flies in your shop, especially around this time, sucks. So if it looks like if I punch myself, it's not because I'm hurt, it's because there's flies running around. People are gonna be like, oh, there he goes, he's hitting himself, he must be really happy. No, I got flies in my garage right now, and oh, not cool, not cool. Especially when you're just trying to focus on some artwork. Flies don't help at all. So there it is. Maybe I should try this one too. I try not to think about it too much when I'm doing flames, because the more I think about it, like, I don't know, I lose that kind of loose feeling on doing these flames, and the less I think about it, the more naturally they turn out. You know, they look a little bit more natural, a little bit organic, than having like a certain patterns everywhere. So I kind of and we want that center to be a little bit brighter. And being that this is a solid color, it's not a metallic like flames turn out a little bit different than over a metallic coarse base or something. They turn out a little bit different. They definitely have a little bit of a different look. They don't have much of that flop look to them because they're on a solid color. So, but what I'm gonna do here, you'll see, I'm gonna do some highlights. I'm ready to over reduce my paint just a little bit more because I'm gonna be dropping in some more. I'm gonna kind of start putting some different detail here. So the goal on my goal is on a solid color is to make them as like I would say as 3D as possible, like give them motion. Uh, Big mistake. I left my stencil for a little bit longer than expected there. I got the wet edges there. I'm gonna mark my paint up. Like that. So now, and I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do this blue all the way. I have another blue that I want to try, so for right now I'm just gonna be dropping in this color on the edges. Kind of grabbing that blue and hugging that, you know, all the flames up, so I can kind of blend in the blue and my flames. They're not gonna be as bright as any other flame, but they're, you know, it's gonna be in between a like somewhat of a ghost look, but not really flames. I definitely want to find a different blue. I like this blue, but it's more. It's not what I'm looking for. It's definitely not what I'm looking for. Maybe just for my edges, yeah, it's cool. But I want it to be more of a close to more towards a baby blue uh, color. So I'm gonna have to dig through my drawer and hopefully I have something in there that I can use. But this is just candy paint, just candy over it, kind of. Just kind of just trying to make this flame like a light blue, transparent, as my second layer of paint, second color. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to dig out a different blue. But could probably drop a little bit more blue. I'm probably gonna drop a little bit of red on this so I can tone it down in a different direction. There we go. it is. And right now I'm using just thinner, straight out of the airbrush, just to kind of draw in some little extra texture detail, just with thinner. So what it does is it's trying to erase that that blue that I just put over it, you know. And I have the lighter color underneath, so it's gonna just come right up, right through. Kind of just to bring me that flame back where it's at. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So there it is. So now let's see what we got. Binder. Let's go up here. So I'm gonna put some binder on the white so it can just dilute it a little bit more. I don't want it to be so strong because I'm just coming in and doing a few highlights to bring out the flame. And normally on flames, when you do stuff like this, and every color and every layer between, you put a coat of binder or inner coat so the colors don't bleed through. We're just doing this on the go, so there's no need for that. But just so you're aware, be like, man, I seen his video and I did the flames. Paint wrinkled up because of that. I know it's about sealing every little layer. So there we go. Come on, fly away. So now I kind of go back with now it's just pure white, and I kind of want to, you know, however you imagine the fire to be, you know. And trust me, I got plenty memories of fire. I used to be a little pyromaniac when I was a kid. You don't want to hear those stories at all. A lot of things got burned down. A lot of things. I don't want to think about it. There it is, some nice, pretty fire. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too carried away with this stuff. It's gonna be a very nice, settled flames. We don't want you to see them, you know, a mile away. We kind of want you to see them as you approach the vehicle. Who knows? We might change our mind and just go all crazy, go all out. But this is one of my favorite painters. His favorite little quote to say: "The less, the better." And there's those projects that it does apply to them at all, and this is kind of one of those. We don't want too much, but we want to give them that taste. My style of flames. Yeah. This, if we see how this works here. Perfect. That was perfect. Yeah, there we go. Try to move around in different areas, so I don't want to stay in one area, because then I kind of like, I feel like I would ruin it. Like I saturate it too much, and then so I kind of like to bounce all around the canvas when I'm doing flames. Just kind of like, oh, I can probably do that there. I gotta balance it out over here, and kind of just the part of balancing the flames to whatever I feel like. Oh, wow, there's a serious flies around here. Other than mosquitoes, I think flies love paint too. Like, terrible. There's one good way to get rid of them. Get rid of flies. But I do not want to light this place on fire right now at all. But if you can guess, yeah, it'll just a little lighter, a little thinner on the airbrush, and take them out. So yeah, that's very simple flames right there. I could go in and do a little bit more highlights with the white. Like I said, I don't want them to be too much, because this one's will be a bit louder. As well, I would love to see like more of a baby blue color here. A little bit, like maybe baby blue on the edges, almost to give it that propane fire effect, you know? Sometimes you just gotta try it a second time. There we go. There we go. And then, then we come back with some, give the flames a little bit more motion. A little bit more of that kind of organic feeling towards blood to them. There was like a catalog or improper words to use as I'm describing this, I would probably use it, but there's none. You just kind of make up whatever word you want as you go, because at the end of the day, it is your canvas that you're making. So one of a kind. There's not another one like it. So you can make up whatever words you want to describe yourself or your artwork. So trying not to stay too long in one spot, like I said before. I don't want this flame to get out of hand. I do not want them to get out of hand. I want to keep them as simple as possible, but yet with that kind of true fire look to them. What am I doing on timing? Oh, not bad. 30 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty good. I might just decide to just stop this video here. That's a long enough video on some basic true fire flames. And this is this is what I'm talking about. Like, the more I look at it, like, you know, there's so much more room for improvement as you're doing flames or whatever it is that you're doing. There's never really a definite ending to anything, any kind of painting. It's like you just want to keep adding more details and I probably need some people to be like, hey, let it go, man, let it go. I probably do need some of those people in my life. Like, that's enough, that looks good. I'll be like, no, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. Like, what are you talking about? The story of my life right there. I'm probably my own worst critic. Actually, I'm the best critic to my work, but this is one of those where I have to remind myself. See, like right there, that's the edge of this stencil. I got stuck to the surface because the edge is too wet, so kind of gotta clean up the utensils here, or back off and let it go. Probably do some. Okay, I'll back off. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'll show it to you. There it is. Very simple, kind of a true fire effect. The magic really happens when you know, they get sprayed with clear coat. That looks really good. It gives it depth and everything. It's all good. So yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And now that I'm looking here at my camera, you kind of see these little pockets on this flames. In my head right now, I'm seeing like a bunch of skulls right here. I actually low-key put in a skull there, here and there, but that's just the way my brain works, you know. I'm so used to doing this a lot, so, but I love it. This is why I'm so fast at this. They're not bad for 35 minutes of airbrushing. I am gonna come back and do a bit of some baby blue highlights here and there, just to give you like a like a 3-color dimension. And then on this one, I'm gonna be starting off with black. On this, I started off with just a soft blue, and then I went to this darker blue here on this edges, and over here is gonna be the opposite. I'm gonna make this one's a little bit off the edge. So, but yep, there it is, people. Hope you like it. Let me know if you like true fire, or you prefer the old school traditional flames, the ones that take hours and hours to do. I love them both, but I always prefer this one. Peace.